Thank you for tuning in to I Can Get You Fly TV show where you tune in for business after beauty school education for the enthusiastic, ambitious student who wants to make a six-figure year income rather than just a standard 20K per year. I'm your host, Stylist John Taylor. The series that I've been talking about is Go Where You're Celebrated. We're on episode number 17. Now, why have I been talking about going where you're celebrated? Well, the reason why I've been talking about going where you're celebrated is because when you throw a celebration, you're happy, you're surrounded by people that love and care about you. There's a lot of smiling faces. There's a great amount of energy. And you're surrounded by people that are love doing what they love to do. And so how does this relate to you? Well, you love doing what you do. Why? You took time out to go to beauty school or barber school. You took time out to work on your craft. Some of you guys worked at home for years or worked in the kitchen or worked in the basement or worked in the garage. And you worked at mastering your craft and you took your education to the next level and decided that you was going to go to school and work countless hours for your 1,500 clock hours to graduate from beauty school or barber school. And now some of you guys have graduated and are working professionals. And the barber beauty industry is a rewarding industry. And what makes it a rewarding industry is if you begin to celebrate your victories and celebrate your failures. Why? The reason why it's good to celebrate your failures and your victories is because when you on top, it's great to have great energy and show your love and thankfulness for being on top. But even while you at the bottom, it's great to show your love and support and energy while you at the bottom as you work on your way to the top. Now, what do I mean by the top and bottom? Well, there are time periods where you don't have clients. There are time periods where it's slow. There are time periods where you probably spend more time sitting in your chair than you do working on a client. And then all of a sudden, there's a rush of clients that come and sit down in your chair. And when you have those rush of clients, you have to be prepared for when you have those rush of clients, because when they get in your chair, they're gonna want a fast service. They're gonna want it done right. And if you do it right and you use a system, then they're going to pay you handsomely for it. Okay. And I have a course that I'm making just for you that's going to help you with customer service. And I also have a course that's going to help you with the system of how you develop your skill set that's going to assist you with great customer service, having a quality style in a certain length of time that's going to help your customer come back every single time. I got two courses I'm coming out with, a customer service course and a skills course that's going to help you deliver great quality service that's going to keep your customer coming back consistently. Because who likes when their chair is not full? Who likes when they're spending more time sitting around twiddling their thumbs and they're trying to get clients? The courses that I've developed are going to assist you with getting clients in your chair, maintaining clients, and being able to rebook them. Okay? Which brings me to today's episode. Today's episode is celebrate while dealing with past challenges to prepare you forward. Now, why is it good to celebrate? Well, it's good to celebrate because when you're enthusiastic, people are drawn to enthusiastic energy. People are drawn to people that are very loving. People are drawn to people that have very strong, very welcoming energy. And as a stylist or barber, you have to have very strong, welcoming energy as well as great customer service and a strong skill set to do whatever it is that you do. That's going to get people coming and sitting in your chair. And so why is it good to deal with past issues? Well, as you're celebrating your great skill set that you have, and you're celebrating the fact that you love helping people and you want people to feel great and cared for while they're in your chair, the past issues that you have, if you begin to deal with them, then you're going to be able to propel forward. Now, what do I mean? So when I was a young man and I was growing up, I probably had to be about 2 or 3 years old, and I had problems tying my shoe. And I would be running and playing so hard that my shoes would come untied. And if I did not know how to tie my shoe very well, I would fall because I would trip over my shoelaces. And When I learned how to tie my shoes, I began to run faster because I didn't have to worry about falling over or tripping over off my own shoelaces. And so that's kind of how it is in business. Sometimes in business, you can find yourself tripping over your old shoelaces in business if you have not dealt with any past issue. Now, what do I mean by past issue? You may not have perfected a certain hairstyle. You may not have perfected a certain haircut that a client may like, or in the past you may have had a customer, or you may have done a service and the client may not have liked it. And so we're going to be masters of our service. We're going to be masters of our skill set, and we're going to be masters of our craft. Why is it good to be a master of the things that you love to do? Well, because if you're really good at it, you're in high demand. And when you're in high demand and people are searching for you, they're going to come and sit right inside of your chair. That it doesn't matter where you are, you could be anywhere in the world. If your skill set is up to par and there's a demand for your skill set, people are going to search you out and find you. And I can attest to that because every shop that I've ever worked in, when I post a video or I post my website, people find me on my website and come exactly where I am. It doesn't matter where I am. I have clients all over the city of St. Louis, on the north side, the south side, the west side, and even in East St. Louis. People come and find me. They will call my phone and say, "Hey, John, I need to cut," or "Hey, John, I need a sewing," or "Hey, John, I need my hair flat on," or "Hey, John, I need my hair Marcel iron." They will call me. And there was a period of time where I was a mobile stylist and I would catch the bus or I would drive right to them. But when you're in demand, when your skill set is in high demand, people will come search you out and they will find you and they will come directly to you. Why? Because they need the product or service that you have, and we're in the business of helping people. And so it's good to celebrate what you know how to do. It's good to talk about what you know how to do. It's good to exude confidence in what you know how to do. Why? Because people love confident people. They love people that are in high demand. They love people that are strong in their skill set. And when you love helping out the customer that's sitting down in your chair and they feel the love and care that you have for them, and you want them to look right and fresh when they get up out the chair, they're going to come back and they're going to tell numerous amounts of people about what you just did. And why are they going to tell people? Well, they're going to tell people because people love when they're treated right and fairly, and they love communicating with other people about the great things that's going on in their life. And so that's walking advertisements for you. That's walking market for you. That's walking marketing for you. Okay. And so as you deal with your past challenges, the parable was being someone in business that's running and then falling over because your shoe came untied. Now, why did I use that parable? Well, because children all the time, and sometimes even adults, find themselves wearing shoes, and the shoes represents the vehicle that you have. The vehicle that you have is your business. Okay, it's a way where you can support yourself. It's a way where you make money. It's a way where you are able to survive. Okay, and build up your life from Maslow's pyramid of being at survival state to being at self-actualization. Self-actualization is where you're actually living the dream and living the life that you want to live. Okay. And we're coming from the level of survival, which is the basic needs. Everybody has basic needs of food, water, and shelter. Okay. And your skill set that you work very hard for is going to help get you out of the survival state into Maslow's pyramid of self-actualization. And what's the self-actualization? Where you are self-aware of yourself, you're self-aware of the things that you need to do daily for business and for your home life. And when you deal with your past issues, it's going to propel you forward. Why? Imagine a runner running in the Olympics and he doesn't have his shoes tied and the race is about to start. What's going to happen when the referee blows the starting gun? What's going to happen? When they start to run and their shoes untied, if they step on the shoe, they're going to trip and stumble, right? And so in business, you don't want to trip and stumble. In business, you don't want to fall over when the race is going, when everybody around you is prepared and you're not. You want to make sure that you are prepared. You want to make sure that you have all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed. And what does that mean? That means to tie your shoe in business. So in tying your shoes, you want to get your documents in order. You want to get all your forms in order. You want to make sure that your skill sets that you work very hard to learn, you want to make sure that you're mastering those skill sets daily. Now, why do you want to master those skill sets daily? Because an unsatisfied customer is a lesson that you learn. An unsatisfied customer is a lesson for you to work at that particular hairstyle or work at that particular craft, so that way that situation doesn't happen next time. Because happy people bring you money. When people are excited about the haircut or hair service or business practice that you've done, they're going to bring you money. Why? Because they feel loved and cared for, and you've solved a problem. And so we're in the industry of solving problems. We're in the industry of helping people. And while you're helping people, you want to present your product or 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 tool or skill set that you have in order for them to be aware of what it is that you can do. Why? Because if no one knows that you're in business, how are you going to attract business? How are you going to conduct business? You have to be able to conduct business if you're going to survive and live off your craft. Okay. And so it's very important for us to celebrate while we're dealing with past issues to propel us forward. And after you've dealt with the past issue, once you get past the hurdle, imagine being a runner running up the hill. Yeah, it was challenging going up the hill. Yeah, it was challenging, and you're losing energy going up the hill. But once you get over the hill and you're going downhill, now your momentum is going to pull you forward. And so you've been working hard at your craft for a very long time. You've been studying. You've gotten licensed in what it is that you know how to do, and you put forth a lot of great effort with talking with people to let them know what it is that you know how to do, with servicing people and taking pictures of your work. Now your momentum is going to pull you forward. Your momentum of all the work that you've done and all the things that you've learned is now going to propel you forward. Now, why is it going to propel you forward? There's a wise book that says your gifts will make room for you and bring you before great men. And great men could also mean great women. One of my goals as a male hairstylist in a very female dominated industry is to be recognized for the good works that I do. And I made a list or a vision board when I was in cosmetology school. I went to Elaine Stevens and I went to Vatterott Berkeley campus. Two different curriculums. One was Milady, one was Pivot Point. I love both curriculums. And so what I did was, when I was in school, I made a vision board that helped keep me focused with where I wanted to be in life and where I wanted to go. And one of the goals that I said that I wanted to do was that I wanted to be on Oprah Winfrey show. And the reason why I wanted to be on Oprah Winfrey show is because, you know, uh, she and I both are in the broadcast industry. She and I both, I noticed that she had some challenges that she had to overcome, that I recognized from being a young man watching her show, and I watched the transformation right in front of my face. And the reason why I wanted to be on her show was, for one thing, I wanted to one day be able just to do her makeup one day, just to see, how good I can make her look, because she's already a very beautiful woman. But also, I wanted to be able to display my craft on stage, on her platform. And this is just a goal that I had for myself. I wanted to be able to connect with Oprah Winfrey. She's like the most powerful woman in broadcast history. She's worth over some odd billions of dollars. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try to get on her show. I'm going to go as a guest, but I would like to be featured as a guest on her show. And in the Bible, it talks about how your gift will make room for you. And what does it mean when your gift will make room for you? It means that your gift on the inside of you, the thing that you've been working hard for, the thing that you've been doing day in and day out, will eventually make a space for you where you can live. It'll eventually make a space for you where you can move around. And one of my goals has always been to be a global international stylist, to be recognized highly for the skill set and ingenuity that I have, and to bring a lot of prestige, not only to my family, but the people that I've been talking to, and expressing, my ideas and helping them along the way. There's a lot of people that depend on myself, and there's a lot of people that depend on um, my win. And so when I win, a lot of other people are going to win. Why? Because I want to see you win. I want to see you be as successful as you want to be. You know why? Because I'm successful. And in life, they say you only attract what you are. And so I only want to attract more successful people to me. And so when you surround yourself with successful people and you are successful, you're going to attract more successful people to you. And especially when you're happy about it, when you're happy about your goals, when you're happy about your life, when you're happy about doing various different things. Yeah, challenges come. But one thing you got to know is that you are an overcomer. And there's a wise book that says that we are overcomers through Christ. And where does Christ reside? Christ resides right here on the inside of you. And how do you become this overcomer that Christ is talking about? Well, you become this overcomer that Christ is talking about. Number one, by acknowledging there is a greater solution than the problem that you're facing right then and there. And so a lot of times we find ourselves magnifying problems that we see instead of finding solutions for them. And so while you're celebrating, while you're dealing with past issues, while you're working at your craft, while you're getting all your forms together, while you're getting all your documents together, it will begin to propel you forward. Why? Because you started dealing with them. And so even as stylists and barbers, when we're talking to young men and young women, and we're helping them with their hairstyles, and they're coming to us with some things that's going wrong in their life, and we're giving them wise counsel with how they can develop or how they can see the problem differently. Sometimes it's always good to get another person's opinion about a problem. Why? Because problems only exist because we focus on them. We identify what they are. And so we are solution oriented individuals. We are solution oriented people. We are solution oriented, and there's always an answer in Christ. And where does Christ reside? Christ resides on the inside of you. So always look within for the answer. I'm Stylist John. Thank you for tuning in to I Can Get You Fly TV show, where you tune in for business after beauty school education for the enthusiastic, ambitious student who wants to make a six-figure year income rather than a standard 20K per year. You want to rebuild your credit, repair your credit, and restore your credit while you're working on your craft. Because if you get your credit score up to being 700 plus, you can walk onto any lot, you can go into any bank and say, hey, I need a loan. And you can leave the bank with your loan, or you can walk onto the car lot and buy something brand new with no money down. Even buying houses, you can buy a house if your credit is A1. Why? Because your credit is your word. Your word is your ability to say, I'm going to do this, and this is going to happen, and it's going to be so. All right. And while you are rebuilding your credit, you want to mentor someone. If you're in the barber beauty industry, you want to mentor someone. I have a mentorship program that I've started. And if you have a son or a daughter that's interested in the industry and would like to know more information, get in contact with me. Check out my website at www.stylistjohn.webs.com. I love to help the youth. I love to help educate others as I'm educated. And I am going to continue doing this until I move on in life. Okay. When I say move on, I'm talking about like when I'm 90 some odd years old, when I transition from being in this body into, elevating. And while you are being a mentor, you want to be an eagle. Why? What's the eagle? An eagle thinks and dreams on a whole nother level. Okay. Eagles don't have predators. They fly high in the sky. They don't fly low. They fly high. All right. And if you are a barber or beauty school student, or you are a working professional in the industry, and you would like to donate some of your time to help out with a service project called Cuts and Conversation, get in contact with me. You can reach me either in my inbox. You can hit my line, call me, or you can email me at stylistjohnmua@gmail.com for information on how you can donate your time. Every first Monday of the month, we participate in a service project called Cuts and Conversation, where we help our young men and young women 15 and under with hygiene, life mentorship, and also a great quality hairstyle that assists with basic hygiene. Some young people, don't have uh, a strong support system. Some young people are, just in basic need of care. And so by giving back to our community, we are helping the future generation overcome obstacles and develop into being the best that they can be. If you would like to donate, go to www.gofundme.com/cuts in conversation and donate. Inbox me your email, contact number, and best time to reach you at. And for more tips, subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is in the description box. You can do a search at for Stylist John MUA2. You'll see a picture of me with a blow dryer, some shears, or two clippers. And if you like your hair done weekly or bi-weekly or monthly, you can book me online at www.stylistjohn.webs.com. Join my newsletter for updates on fashion shows, hair shows, or any video shoots that I have going on. And you can also book me on my style seat at www.styleseat.com/stylistjohn2 for business after beauty school education. For the enthusiastic, ambitious student who wants to make a six-figure year income rather than just a standard 20K per year, I'm your host, Stylist John. And the lesson that we've been talking about today has been celebrate while dealing with past issues to propel you forward. You want to celebrate while you're dealing with your past issues. And when you solve them, it's going to propel you forward. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a great day and tune in for the next episode.